Again by Auburn men's golf coach Nick Clinard. First of all, Coach, last time we talked to you, you were all the way out in Hawaii, and now in Las Vegas. It's been a well-traveled spring here for you. How the travel's been with you and your golf team?
It's been great. Picking up a lot of Delta Sky miles. That's always a positive. But no, listen, Hawaii was great. And obviously, been back home. We were in Gainesville right after that. And now we're in Vegas, and we're going to Jacksonville right after we leave Vegas. So busy.
Absolutely.
Very.
Yeah, since the last time we talked to you, Jackson Koivun has not only proven that he's the top college golfer in America, but went out and won the Gator Invitational over there in Florida. Given all the expectations that he had coming into the year as the #1 amateur, and to be able to execute the way he's doing early here in the spring, just how impressive has he been so far in your eyes?
He's played great. You know, he's very motivated. He told me in January when he got back to school, he said, "You're going to see a different Jackson Koivun this semester." And boy, has he lived up to that billing. You know, in Hawaii, kind of dominated. You know, won about 5 shots in an elite field and shot, back-to-back 62s and broke Tiger Woods' record. And then won that tournament. Then he went over to the Gator and played very well, I think, for the first 27 holes, and didn't have his best stuff the last 27, but hung in there, and, winners win. And that's what he did.
He set the new Auburn golf wins record there with 7 in his junior year. Just how impressive is that for him to be able to set a new record like that, and he's not even a senior?
You know, it's incredible, but that's kind of what motivates him. Like he's a guy that wants to be the #1 player in the world. Period. Is that possible? Who knows? But he's going to work like crazy. He's going to have an elite mindset. He's going to be optimistic and positive, and he checks all the boxes. He's an incredible young man, and he does everything right, and he loves the game, and he loves to compete. And I think if you put all that stuff together and you have some skill, then you're going to be highly successful, which he is.
No question about it. You also have another star golfer in Jake Albert, recognized as the SEC Freshman of the Week this past week. What have you seen from him early on, and what it takes for young guys to be successful?
You know, he's a big boy. You know, he's 6'3", about 210 pounds, and he's really improved his golf swing over the course of his freshman year, and he's a great putter. He's the next best putter on the team behind Jackson Koivun, and he's fearless. He's not afraid to make a bunch of birdies, and he shot 64 twice already. We played 6 competitive rounds this year in Hawaii and Gainesville, and shot 64 twice, and that's pretty damn good for a freshman. And we were really glad to sign him out of Blacksburg, Virginia, and he's lived up to the billing. So we're very pleased.
What is that dynamic like between having Jake, who is a freshman, and Jackson, who is the #1 amateur in the world?
They push each other. I mean, they're competing against each other. Of course, Jake and all the other guys are trying to learn from Jackson too, right? I always tell these freshmen, like, call him, text him, tell him we're going to go play 9 holes, like, bug him, because you only get this opportunity to play with some of the best players. He's got a chance to be the next great American in Jackson Koivun, and why would you not want to go out and practice with him and play with him and just learn from him? Just like any sport, you're always trying to get better, and you're trying to learn from your peers.
For sure. And just taking a peek at the overall, there you see some of Albert's numbers, but taking a look at some of the overall golfers, that doesn't even include Josiah Gilbert, who we talked about the last time that we had you on, and he's a top 20 golfer in America. You talked about that competitive balance. Tell me a little bit about what it's like for you as a coach to be able to have all of these guys that are playing at a very high level, but then also being able to keep them in the right mind frame to stay where they are consistently.
Well, first off, we're very blessed to have these guys, right? I think that, Auburn University and our campus and our resources and facilities kind of help attract that. And then it's our job to make sure they get better and improve and have a blueprint, a plan of, where are they physically, where are they mentally, where are they emotionally, where are they maturity-wise, and where's their social life at, where's their spiritual life, and then try to put all that together to give them a blueprint of how they're going to be successful, not only in golf, but life. And if we can do that, and we just keep kind of trending up, and we just take little baby steps and just keep stacking your chances, and that's kind of how I look at things. And if you just keep doing the little things right every day, you're going to stack your chances. And, guys like Jake Albert and Josiah Gilbert are going to keep getting better, and hopefully they could be a good pro one day.
You're out in Vegas right now. You've got the Southern Highlands Collegiate, defending a title there that you guys won last year. How much stock do you put in defending a title, and what's the message to your guys?
Different team this year. We're a lot younger. Last year we had Carson Baca, which is on the Corn Ferry. We had Ryan Eshelman. We had, Brendan Valdez, which is on the Corn Ferry. So we had a lot of older guys. listen, Viva Las Vegas, right? Great place to be. A lot of fun, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. And we'll take the guys to a show one night this week and try to get them away from golf. But just defending the title, I mean, we don't talk about it much. I mean, It's nice to have success here, but it's an elite field. I think we got the top 4 teams in the country. 9 of the top 13 or something like that are in Vegas this week. So we're going to have to play damn good to have a chance. I can promise you that.
Yeah. You talked about Valdez, and obviously our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Thank you.
Going back to the Gator Invitational, from my understanding, Florida wore the ribbons throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Just how special was that for you, knowing who Brendan Valdez is as a person?
Well, I think first off, J.C. Deacon at Florida, their head coach, he's a good friend of mine, and I just think the world of him as a human being. And for him to do that, for the whole field to put ribbons on their hat, but the prognosis is great. Brendan is very optimistic and positive. He's been through 2 rounds of chemotherapy. His tumor in his chest has gone from 9 centimeters to 2 centimeters. So he's been highly successful. So I look forward to him being back on the course sometime late summer and working on his game and hopefully having a long, successful, healthy life.
No question about it. For you as a coach, leading a team through a tournament, take us behind the scenes as much as you possibly can about what it takes to be able to get a team ready for a tournament. For those that don't know, and we just see a scorecard at the end of a round.
Well, so Las Vegas today and tonight we'll be with our sports psychologist. He'll be meeting with the team tonight. We'll probably spend about an hour and a half with him. And tomorrow we're going to go out to TPC Summerlin and play and just practice and get used to elevation, because we have elevation out here. We have different air, it's thinner. So the ball's going to sell on us a little bit based on the time of day. And then we'll take them to a show tomorrow night. We're going to go to Cirque du Soleil over in Bellagio, kind of get them away from golf, and they get to see some real athletes, that are flying through the sky. I'm like, you guys better never try that. And then we'll go into, our prep on the next day. We'll go into practice round. And then we'll play, first, second round, third round. But we don't really change what we do. Like, they all have their blueprint. We all have our plan. We just try to stick with that. We have our technical work. It starts to dummy down. Like, we'll do more technical tomorrow, and then we'll do on the next day, and just dummy down the number of balls or number of minutes that you're trying to work. But we're trying to hit all the bases, We go over the golf course and just try to make sure they feel comfortable and make sure they're fed, because they're really good at eating. And making sure they get rest,
Yeah.
It is Las Vegas. I've already talked to them about that. Like, they know it's a business trip too. And there's a lot at stake for these kids now. PGA Tour U. And trying to get ready and for professional golf. So it's a lot different than it was maybe 10 or 15, 20 years ago. These kids are very, very invested.
I think when you look around the country and around the world, to be fact, you take a look at some of the different golf clubs, you're going to have your guys around there that are scratch or even in the +2 to +3. What separates a tournament golfer from your local guy that can shoot 68, 69?
Their mindset, their preparation, maybe a little bit of their skill set, but they're just comfortable in their own skin, and you get some of these elite guys, like, the more people watching me, the better.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get maybe the guy that's not quite as good as maybe gets a little bit more nervous when there's more on the line or there's more people watching. And I know my best players that I've ever had, Blaine Barbers and the Jackson Koivuns and the Dominic Bazzellis, that all play on the PGA Tour. Like, they were like, bring it on. We'd love to have 100,000 people watching us.
Yeah.
How do we sell tickets? And I just think that's a quality that you really can't teach.
Right.
You either have it or you don't.
No question. Stepping a little bit outside of college golf, I want to get your take on this, because you've been in the game for a while. On my YouTube algorithm feed, it came up Jackson Koivun and Grant Horvath in YouTube golf. And it's something, it's kind of a twofold question, because I want to pick your brain about where, golf is from just an overall, I think it's growing from college golf standpoint, but also just your weekend golfers and kind of what Patrick alluded to earlier, but then also having your guys get that exposure on that highest level and having that exposure for Auburn. How huge is that?
It's huge. I mean, listen, YouTube TV is, I want to say that there's probably more young people watching that than they're watching the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, PGA Tour, but I think that's what they're doing. We have good with us this week in Vegas.
Wow.
They're flying in and they're going to be in our, filming our meetings with our mental coaches. They're going to be filming our team meetings. They're going to be filming our practice and when we're going to breakfast and when the guys go to the gym. And, that's just free art advertising and free marketing. And but yeah, Horvat was great. The good guys are great. Josh Mayer's great. All the guys that came in to see us, but I thought Jackson and Grant did a wonderful job with that. But it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets a lot of clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me what these guys make too on YouTube TV. I'm like, damn, I missed the boat on that deal. Like, I should have done that.
Well, I mean, I'm working on my golf game right now, but it's nowhere near where it needs to be. I'm
not extroverted enough to do that personality stuff, man. Those guys are so good at what they do.
Yeah.
It's really cool to watch. You know, Big Fat Perez and all those guys.
Oh yeah.
But you brought up the fact that it basically is free advertising. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be watching that video that are still in high school right now and probably have an interest in playing for you. What's the single biggest tip that you can give an amateur that's still in high school moving forward that can really take him to that next level?
I'd say, listen, get with a good swing coach, you know, work hard, dream big, and be really, I mean, I know that's a lot in one thing, but like, be really positive and optimistic. You know, and if you have a great work ethic and you have a good swing coach just giving you some right information to try to improve, then, you know, I think then the kids will get better and better and better.
Absolutely. We had this in our rundown, and I just wanted to ask you because Patrick had it in the show. Has your golf game, have you been able to swing a little bit, whether it's in practice, out in Hawaii?
I know you got that big trip to Augusta.
Out in Hawaii. Oh, yeah, you do have the trip to Augusta. Will you get some swings in there in Sin City?
I played the other week in Jacksonville. I was there. I played Pablo Creek, which was an absolute treat for me. I've never been out there.
Yeah.
And then, Sunday I got to play Augusta, and I'm pretty blessed. And I didn't play very good, but I mean, how can you get upset when you're walking around the National? The place is just incredible. It just gives you goosebumps every time you walk on property.
You got a score that you want to share with us, or no?
Nah.
Or how about this?
That's respect.
How about this? How about this? What was your best shot, individual shot?
Oh gosh, there wasn't many of them. I would say I hit a wedge shot that was a leaner. And,
okay.
I thought I had made it on number 8. Par 5. I hit driver down the middle, then laid it up there, and then I hit a wedge shot that came off a slope. And I don't know how it didn't go in. Like, it ended up on the other side of the hole. It was perfect. And
right.
You know, I told the member I was playing with, because they give out crystals in the Masters if you make an eagle.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh man, you just missed the crystal," you know. So, but they wouldn't have given it to me anyway. So, but it's a treat though. It's always a treat to go there and play. Just to walk on the grounds is a treat for me.
Yeah,
right.
I got one more question about your round because everyone wants to talk about that 12th hole and how it's haunted over there in Amen Corner. Did you go in between the bunkers? Did you put it in the water? Did you hit the green?
Yeah. Well, the pin was front left. And,
there you go. Yeah.
It was windy. Luckily, I had a good caddy, so I was able to hit a shot. And the overseat's a little bit higher now than it would be, you know, for the Masters.
Yeah.
And I hit it just short of the green, and it wasn't on too much of a slope on the bank, so it stopped, and I just chipped it up and made par. So
right.
Nice.
There'll be a lot of guys they'll pay for par on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, no question. Yeah. No question about it.
On that hole.
Yeah.
I think the greens, I think it's about 7 or 8 paces deep if you walk it. Like, it is so narrow and skinny.
Yeah.
It's such a hard shot.
And it's one of those things where, like, I've always heard, and I'm sure you can attest to this, that the TV doesn't do it justice, and TV makes it look immaculate, and it's still unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, and it's such a hilly golf course. Like it's a tough walk. And
right.
TV doesn't do the elevation justice either.
Right.
But it's hilly, it's long, it's hard, and if the wind blows, those guys are in for a tough test.
Absolutely.
As always.
I'm sure that golf course makes you appreciate the pros. We appreciate your time as you're there in Sin City. Best of luck, Coach. Sincerely, thank you so much for joining us here on Southeast Sports Plus.
Appreciate you guys. War Eagle.
Absolutely.